Thanks for joining us for the latest edition of Council Outcomes, where we show you some of the decisions that have been made by Council and how they might impact you and the rest of the community.
2 petitions were received this month. One petition with 144 signatures requesting Council support the installation of a public toilet facility at the Dawson Nature Park, Vaskeely on Napoleon Promenade for use by all visitors. It was noted that it would require budget consideration as part of the upcoming budget process. The second petition, with 19 signatures, seeking Council to act to change Department of Communities housing units to an over 55s complex. It was noted any action by the City is limited as the Department of Communities manage the housing units. Buston Margaret River Airport Operations report was received, noting that between July 2022 and February 2023, over 17,000 people went through security screening. Private charter operations have increased, with 35 formal landing approvals granted. Estimated passenger numbers were 98,107 compared to 34,436 for the same period in 2022. Subject to several conditions, development approval was granted for a caretaker's dwelling and 9 accommodation units at 40 Ford Road, Busselton. The development will need to be substantially commenced within 2 years and in accordance with the signed and stamped approved development plans. The future direction for the City as interim waterway asset manager was reviewed, Council affirming the City's commitment to remain the interim asset manager for the Lower Bass River and Toby Inlet. Council also reiterating that the City's continued commitment is contingent upon continuing technical and financial support from the State Government. The City continues to support the staged removal of nutrient-rich sediments between the Buston Bypass and the Buston Butter Factory Museum as the short-term priority focus for management of the Lower Bass River. This is subject to procurement, funding and regulatory approvals. The success of the settlement removal for reducing blue-green algae blooms in the Lower Bass River will be continuously reviewed and its effectiveness at improving water quality assessed before committing to further stages of sediment removal beyond the Stage 3 sediment removal project. Stage 3 is planned to be undertaken in the section of the river upstream from Strelley Street Bridge commencing in autumn 2024. Council supports the State undertaking a large-scale application of phosphorus-binding clay next summer with a view to better assessing the potential of that technique, which has been successfully trialled on a smaller scale in the past to mitigate water quality issues in the river. Council also endorsed moving towards a new community and stakeholder engagement model for management of the Lower Bass River and Toby Inlet. Supporting the development and attraction of new events throughout the City, the City's event sponsorship program promotes the City of Busselton as an attractive event tourism destination. Several events were endorsed for funding allocations through the 2023-24 event budget, including the Out of the Woods Festival, Wildflower and Environment Show, 2023 Buston Show, and the Dunsborough Community Expo and Street Party. Funding has also been allocated from the 2023-24 and the 2025-26 events budget for Pedal Prix, HPV Round 5 Busselton and Geograph Bay Race Week. Council will enter into a 3-year funding agreement with Youth Care for the purposes of providing chaplaincy services to students, staff and families in our local schools for the 2023-24, 2024-25 and the 2025-26 financial years, inclusive for an annual contribution of $40,000 indexed per annum excluding GST. Visit the City's website to view the minutes in full: www.busselton.wa.gov.au.